time.
He was not having a romantic time
at all. Havoc was really pissed at Kanye, man. Was so pissed, so pissed. But I guess, you know, it is what it is, man. That's what happens when you in the early 2000s rapping.
Yo, guys, look at my
you get dissed by anybody.
Look at my first camera, yo. Peace game. Look at my first baby.
Is that the JVC?
Yeah. This is Sony. Yeah. This shit had a ice lens on it. Damn, boy, I was on the freaking front of the league with this shit. I was out here like this. This is so old, bro.
That looks a porn cam.
the home cam.
The old school home cam, yo.
It's cassettes, bro.
Damn, that's Ron
crazy.
Jeremy.
That's crazy, right? I
had that in the porn era.
I literally have this as a trophy, bro. This doesn't even. I have a battery for it.
You gotta keep.
Now we gotta bring that back out.
We don't need. I don't even know what cassettes fit. I have to figure it out. If I could find the cassettes,
you could probably
Amazon probably has
the
it.
joints on Amazon. Yeah, you could
or eBay or something.
Definitely.
Somebody makes a repro.
Oh, Shawny, you checking your mail, my boy?
Oh, I'm waiting, man. What's up?
I already. Yo, you over here checking your mail while we on the pod? What's going on? But I can hear every single bill that's about to hit your face right now, bro.
Nah, no lie. I forgot that the shit was right next to the mic. I'm like, oh wait, hold up.
Yo, my boys open that bill like, yo,
Bill.
Damn it.
You gotta get the move, man.
Look at this.
Hey, yeah?
I got so many cameras, bro. What the hell?
Right, that's nice.
Let me borrow 3.
3? Very
this got an HDMI though.
Let me borrow.
That got the HDMI. Let me borrow that one. I need
small,
that.
It's a small HDMI though. You have to.
Oh, the mini.
The mini stuff. These are trash, but.
Oh nah.
I
need one
for
my.
Yeah, I have to see if we could put this one up for a camera though.
Yeah, because I need a better camera than this in a better angle. But since we all here, we just bullshitting at this point. Let me just start up the pod. I'm so happy, man. I really am happy. Niggas came on time today. We here like 15 minutes. Nah, don't raise it to the fucking volume. You feel me? Raise it to the fucking maximum. You heard me?
Lord,
but I am really happy that, you know, we all are here on time. You can't hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
no, we can hear you.
I did that purposely, though.
No problem.
What the fuck is going on? It's your boy Macky. OMA.
Yo, I know the neighbors are gonna raise a complaint tonight because that.
What's going on, people? It's your shut up, Shawny. Let me finish my fucking show, bro. What's going on, people? It's your boy Macky OMO, and we are here. I'm here with my good brothers. We got El Hokage, Crispin. We also got the razor sharp assassin with the clipper and Johnny B, and making his appearance, hopefully for the last time, is Tank Top Daddy Shawny, and we are Paradise. Or Paradise Podcast. Yeah, that's who we are. What the fuck is going on?
They don't even know who we are, son.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, we're definitely in America, bro. Definitely. The United States.
He's dead already.
The United States, bro.
Stop shooting.
And the U.S. they don't stop shooting. You good?
Yeah. What's going on, people? I think this is episode 40. Episode 40. Let me double check that.
Double check, bro.
I think we are episode 40, which is crazy. We had episode 40 a week before our 1-year anniversary. But let me check. Oh, nope, I was wrong. Episode 38.
Oh, look at that.
Nah, impossible.
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 Impossible. What's up?
Can't
What's
be
up,
thick.
man?
So,
The man is writing it
Oh.
down.
yeah,
He's
no,
checking
he's
the
got,
paper.
he's got
It
like
is
a
30
paradise
seconds.
planner over there.
Yeah, bro. It's called my iPad. It's episode 38 of the Paradise Podcast. Welcome. Like I mentioned before, next week is our 1 year anniversary. So
For the creators of the thing, the two guys right here, I think they're on my side.
They're on my side.
Here.
They're on the left.
Right here.
Yeah,
These two guys right here.
This way,
Yeah.
The creators.
wherever we are.
The creators.
But we're gonna talk more about that next week. I'm gonna try to do something special for the episode because 1 year at doing this, it hasn't been easy. I can tell you that. But yeah, man. Let's just get right into it because we're here pretty early. Like I said before, I'm happy that we all got here before 8:30, so we could start and finish at a rather
Reasonable
decent time. Yeah. So, where should we start? Oh, yes, we should do the what you watching, what you playing, what you eating, right? That's how we started off.
What you eating,
and then I think Shawny had like something else, like what did you do this weekend or some shit like that.
Well, yeah, because sometimes. Because what did you do? Because sometimes we watch the same shit, we probably played the same shit, or reading the same shit. So I think it would be nice for the viewers to get a feel for what do we do in our spare time that's still anime nerd related in the sense. Just in case, because my shit be quick, it's the same shit. But I had an adventure this weekend or something like that. Just something different,
Okay.
Switch it up a little bit.
All right, no problem. That's fine with me. So I'll start it off just to make it quick so we can get past this part. I just watched AOT. I watched Rick and Morty, and that's really about it that I watched this weekend or like this week. I haven't really seen any anime that I'm trying to watch right now. My brother's trying to get me to watch Vinland Saga, but I'm waiting for them to dub it. So that's when I watch it.
I got a recommendation, bro.
All right. Thank you. You can tell me when it's your turn.
Yeah,
What I'm playing is I've just been playing a lot of 2K and FIFA, to be honest with you. And Pirate Hunters 4. Me and Shawny played like once last week.
Warriors.
Definitely try to Pirate Warriors 4. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. I'm definitely gonna try to play a little more this week, Shawny. So I don't know where you are. If you're like past where we are in Alabaster, then let me catch up and I'll try to meet you where you at. What I'm reading, just One Piece right now. What I did this weekend, I bought the 99th book of One Piece this weekend. So that's coming like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, and I can't wait. Even though I've already read that chapter, I can't wait to just put it up on my bookshelf. And that's it. Crispin, what you watching? What you playing? What you reading? What you doing?
I watched Kotaro Lives Alone. That shit's hard. That's a good.
Niggas been telling me that shit is hard.
It's hard. I was not gonna recommend it. Watch that shit. That shit's hard.
I didn't like how that nigga was looking though. I can't lie.
He weird as hell, but my man just
he was looking crazy.
He's so weird it's funny, dog. I promise you.
Lit. I'm sorry. I lied. Right. I watched Avatar. I finished the Avatar The Last Airbender. I finished it for the first time. Watched it throughout. That's what I did. Continue, Crispin. Sorry.
So yeah, watched that. I'm reading Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, some other shit that I forget the name of all the time. God damn it. I watched what I watched this week. Yeah, I only watched Kotaro this week. Actually, I watched the whole season on
any games you playing?
I've been playing what's it called? The guys you guys recommended me?
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. That second level is hard as hell, bro. We need to play together, John. Because
I told you,
them photographers fucking me up.
Oh, no, yeah.
At the beginning, nigga, I go into that boom boom and I'm dead. I'm like, bro, like, chill, like, relax.
This nigga, this description, boom boom.
Dead eye, like this nigga like, hit me with a camera. I'm like, bro, how you flash me and then hit me with the camera? Like, chill.
I ain't gonna hit the cameraman with a camera. That's crazy.
Exactly. What else? I'm not doing much. What I did this week, probably played Yu-Gi-Oh at work.
Like word?
The actual cards. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's about it. Yeah. I have a whole bunch of geeks at work, so
that's lit.
That's what I do.
Okay, Shawny, what you watching? What you playing? What you eating? What you doing?
Honestly, I had a busy weekend, so I didn't even really get to watch anime like that. I just watched the finale of Titan. I watched Flash. I'm finally catching up on that with the continuation of the season. Man, listen, I'm dedicated, man. If I start something, I gotta finish it. Except Promised Neverland season 2.
This nigga said, except.
I'll just say
he hates that shit. Yo.
I really do, man.
I feel him. That shit was ass.
Yeah, so it was really that, and then games I played: Pirate Warriors 4, still Pokemon Go, and reading. There was no My Hero this week, unfortunately, so I just read One Piece. I have to check if Tokyo Revengers came back because I know they were on hiatus because I think the creator got COVID. And then so they were out last week, and I don't know if they're doing a chapter for this week. Got to double check. But then what I did was I went to the Asian market in Edgewater. I've never been there before.
Wait, in Edgewater, New Jersey?
Yes.
This motherfucker, bro. Shawny will never let niggas know when he's in the city, bro.
Bro, I literally, honestly, I only came down to see my mom because she was coming back from Jamaica. And then my friend's like, hey, I want ramen. She's like, nah, we're going to go to Edgewater so you can have like some authentic ramen. And bro, I had ramen. I got like 2 things of bubble tea. I bought a cake because it looked like the Japanese version of the cake from an anime. So I needed that. And I bought mad Japanese candy. And that was it. Like, it was a good weekend. And I bought a whole bunch of like alcoholic Smirnoff versions of.
You went to H Mart?
Was it H Mart? I don't know what it was. It was H Mart. Whatever was in there.
Okay.
But it was pretty dope.
All right. Damn. Next time, let niggas know when you're in the city, motherfucker. John, what you watching? What you playing? What you reading? What you doing?
I just been doing a whole lot of cutting hair. That's really it. I have really only gotten a chance to play Pokemon White, and that's really been it. I have watched a little bit of One Piece, and I saw Moon Knight, and there was one night, there was one night, like I think, like a night or two ago, where I watched an episode of Amphibia with my daughter. And that cartoon is hilarious. There's no reason why that cartoon should be that funny. No, that cartoon is way too funny. So we watched that together, and that was such a great time. And then that's really it. I actually missed the season finale for Attack on Titan, so I haven't seen that yet. So we can't spoil the ending. We could talk about the AOT stuff, but yeah, we just can't spoil the season finale.
No problem.
And that's it. Not reading anything, and I didn't go anywhere.
Okay. Okay. I also watched Attack on Titan this weekend, but I'm not caught up to like where you guys are. So
so we're definitely not gonna.
We're not. No. I will kick you out. I'll kick you the fuck out.
Now I'll kick you out if somebody.
You don't want to get spoiled, but you like spoiling niggas, right?
Yep. Spoil my whole early One Piece journey. It's okay.
I didn't spoil shit, bro. Wait, time out. First of all,
he know up to the time skip already because you be spoiling everything.
No, he don't. No, he don't. Don't do that.
I'm joking.
But the only thing I really
about to defend yourself and build the shit though.
The only thing I spoiled for him was like hockey.
Shut up.
That was like the only
thing.
Don't say
nothing else. You're
and
about to add more to the spoilers.
I'm not gonna add anything, bro. I just said the only thing I spoiled was hockey. That's it. And that's because we were talking about Canadian hockey and American hockey and all that shit. But if you want to check out the One Piece stories, you can go on the YouTube and see all those videos there. Because we're dropping John's One Piece journey from episode 1 to where he's at now. Yeah. Slowly and surely, I'm gonna get those shits up there. But all right, cool. Yeah, that was pretty quick, man. I'm proud of you guys. We doing things on time today. All right, so now
those little kids going, yay.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get that for next time. There's a couple drops I need to get. But actually, in fact, I'll give you this. Yes, sir. But it's time
what country
for the main event. That's how they be doing that UFC when I be watching UFC.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Allow the drop. So this week we have a special because I actually posted one in the chat, but niggas, and when I say niggas, I mean Shawny, was like, "Yo, bro, let's do current anime," and I said, "I bet we could do current anime. It's no problem." So, this week we're going to do Tanjiro versus Deku.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right. So the what do you call it? Are the same. The categories are the same. So I'm just gonna run through them. And I know the theme song one is kind of which theme song. So we're gonna pick the first theme song of each anime.
Oof.
So theme song Tanjiro versus Deku. Crispin.
I don't remember the My Hero one, so I'm gonna go with Demon Slayer.
Crispin. John.
The theme songs. I'm just gonna go ahead and say My Hero, so Deku.
Okay. Shawny. You gotta unmute yourself, my boy.
My M key is not working. But if we're going off the first, the first and opening, Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Oh, Tanjiro.
Skill. It's fine. Skill. Crispin.
Tanjiro.
John.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I might also have to say Tanjiro.
Okay. Shawny.
I'm gonna play Mango Bias, so I'm gonna go Deku.
Shut the fuck up. You know it's Tanjiro.
Okay. Personality. Crispin.
I'm gonna go Deku with that one.
John.
I'll go Deku. I like Deku more.
Okay. John.
Yeah, personality. I think Deku's a little bit more colorful of a character. Different emotions.
Shawny.
I'm gonna go Deku.
Get Tanjiro the fuck out of this.
Nobody likes a kind-hearted, truthful
Deku kind-hearted
soul
too, bro, and truthful.
Yes. Okay, we'll save this. We'll save that for
All right,
after.
Go.
I did personality. Okay, who do you fear more, Tanjiro or Deku?
Deku
Crispin.
for sure. Deku for sure.
John.
Yeah, Deku.
Shawny.
Deku.
Accolades. Crispin. This one's gonna be biased, but
yeah,
or it's gonna be one-sided because
I haven't seen the whole shit. I haven't seen
Demon
the whole
Slayer?
shit of Demon Slayer,
Demon
so
Slayer?
I can't even. So I'm just gonna say Deku because that's the only thing I actually seen the whole thing and read the manga as well. So I know what he's done. I don't know what this guy done. So Deku.
Okay, John. You have to unmute yourself, my boy.
I'm gonna say Deku.
Shawny.
Deku.
And last but not least, plot armor. Crispin.
Deku.
John.
Yeah, Deku.
The first episode is plot armor.
Shawny.
Tanjiro.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with that. Why'd you pick Tanjiro for plot armor?
Just for clarity, has everybody finished the second season, the entertainment district arc?
No.
Okay, so I can't give my reason for it specifically, but the last 2 to 3 episodes is why I would say it's Tanjiro. But I will say this: the reason why I don't say that Deku has plot armor is because, like other anime, if the things that happened to Deku would have happened in Dragon Ball, they would have been able to heal it immediately with a sensu bean. Everything that has happened to Deku has had a negative effect on him. This is actually My Hero is one of the very first animes I feel like that the actual effects of what Deku does in his inexperience, it leaves consequences for the future so much that it trains him to learn how to use his abilities and whatnot. My man got broken bones. The doctor told him, yo, if you break your bones X amount of times again, you could permanently lose your arms. Therefore, he has to switch it up and learn how to use his legs and whatnot. So I feel like My Hero has a lot more cause and effect. Everybody's quirk can be massive, but there's always a setback to it. And even with Deku, it's like, even with the plot armory shit that he might get Stain saving his ass, like the logic behind it makes sense with everything. When you
because Stain, sorry to cut you off, but it's because like with Stain, he's not a villain. He just doesn't like heroes that are there for the fame. Like he was even gonna spare. He was even gonna spare. Hold, let me just get this off before you ask your question. But he was even gonna spare Ida. But the only reason why he didn't is because Ida kept attacking him. Like he thought Ida was an upstanding hero or wannabe hero, so he had no beef with him. It's because Ida just couldn't let the shit go. Yeah, the revenge.
On hero
yeah. So, but yeah, Crispin.
Did everybody like caught up with the manga for My Hero?
No, I've never dove into the manga of My Hero.
All right. Then I can't say why I believe Deku has the biggest plot armor out here in the streets.
Shawny, without spoiling
what I'm talking about.
Okay, without spoiling it, do you agree?
I mean,
come on,
listen, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Man. There was a lot of situations that Deku definitely did get protected by plot armor, for sure. Nah. But it's hard to really answer it because literally, like anything you mention about it is literally spoilers.
Yeah, so you can't say nothing about it.
It's really hard to explain it. But yes, like they have equal amounts. But even with that, I can kind of give him a pass just because of like how he's able to avoid the things and what he's learned a lot. Put it like that. Like he learns a fucking lot.
The fact that my man's got his powers from a strand of hair is plot armor.
Yeah, but it was more than that, bro. He had to like, even though
he had to train a little bit. They got a little strong.
A little bit. Dude was pushing garbage across the sand. That's not a little bit, my boy.
That's a little bit, my man.
He had to clean up the beach. You ever cleaned up a beach?
Anything. No, I don't work at the beach. I don't work at the beach. Fuck, I look like what? What I'm saying is, it's plot armor, dog. Like this nigga, he didn't get strong enough to take that like in a fucking month, bro. Come on, like seriously, let's talk about it.
I mean, in a world where everybody's a mutant,
my man's right here. Where is he? Right here. This is my man's right here. Look at him right there. That's my man's. All Might and him right there. Look at them right there. I'm not trying to bash my dude, but I have to speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? He's plot armor. His name is Deku Plot Armor, nigga. What are you talking about?
So I'm gonna ask this: Why did everyone choose Deku for personality? Because I think that he would probably he would more than likely be more annoying as shit.
Nah,
I personally think that he would be so annoying.
No. He'll be one of us, nigga. He'll be talking anime with us and telling us how cool Spider-Man is and breaking him down like we talk.
Let me hear from John.
He's a geek like us, nigga.
Let me hear from John real quick. He's not like us, bro.
We've seen geek. At least from the anime perspective, we've seen Deku kind of like grow up from his very young, naive self, and we've had plenty of flashbacks to see how he was as a child, how he communicated and how he treated other kids, and just kind of how his attitude has really always been, and the type of like optimistic personality that he's had since he was, like old enough to talk. And like when you compare him to somebody like Tanjiro is just really well mannered, soft spoken, you know, he doesn't really know much. He hasn't gone out and seen much and have done much. He's just a country kid that has done the same things.
A country bumpkin.
He's a country bumpkin, you know, like he's used to working and taking care of his siblings and being home and things like that. And you know, like Deku is a high school teenager, you know, so he's got moments where he's really happy, moments where he's really sad, where he's freaking out, where, you know, you kind of just get to know this character a little bit better. So he's just a little bit more expressive. And he just seems like, you know, like the kind of kid that, you know, like he excels academically, but he's not like, I guess, super duper nerdy about it. Like he's just nerdy, like in a comic book superhero-y kind of way. Mm-hmm. Like he's like what Crispin was saying, like that he would just be talking nerdy anime stuff like we would, because that's just the kind of kid he is. Like he's obsessed with superheroes in real life, because in his universe they're real. So for him, he can actually study like how the professionals do statistically, the same way people obsess over athletes and their statistics. This is somebody that's sweating over these professional heroes and their statistics, and how he's able to like put shit together mathematically. So he's just that kind of a nerd, which is somebody that a group like us can kind of relate to. So I just think like personality-wise,
I don't know if I could get down with that murmur shit that he be doing. That's just aggy.
That's because he's still like 15 and he's used to just like not having friends or not having anybody around him.
So he talked to himself.
He's probably used to talking to himself. Yeah, like
you don't be talking to yourself when you're at the studio. Like, damn,
when you upset, when you mad.
I could have said that bar different, man.
I could have.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Macky, what the hell?
You don't be talking to yourself at the stew? Like, damn, bro. I could have used. I could have said like I said like
I used to do that shit. I used to do that shit myself. But like, damn, boy, that line crazy. Go back and
but bro, the difference is, right, I'm doing that shit when I'm working towards something, right? We'll be in a conversation and then he'll just start muttering. That's crazy.
To him,
because he's used to doing that shit by himself.
He's doing it to himself. Realistically, like that's a joke. Because like that's supposed to be like an internal monologue that the author has decided to make him do in real life, so that it's awkward. So everybody's like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like, oh, that was supposed to be up here. I don't know why it came out.
Like right now, when John is speaking, you're calculating to see what the hell you're gonna say back to answer him, right? That what you're doing right there is he just does it out loud. He's like, and just goes. That's the problem. But he won't do that. Like, I'll be like, nigga, shut up. Like, fuck, what are you doing? I just think he will be more fun to be around than Tanjiro. Tanjiro is too, like, I don't know, I think boring.
I feel like,
boring.
Yeah.
He's boring.
I feel like with Deku, he just wears everything on his sleeve. Like, and when you're watching My Hero and you're reading My Hero, you're literally like, you're getting the good, the bad, the ugly. You get everything with Deku. Like, Tanjiro is like, you had the bad and whatnot. But I don't know. I just feel like you get a lot more emotion and a lot more range from Deku.
Yeah, I mean, Tanjiro's real, like, rigid because, you know, he's very stoic sometimes as a character. He's very observant. You know, he's supposed to be, like, he's just well-mannered and quiet. He's just that timid kid who was forced to kind of, like, be the guy that
said be boring.
But he's just that quiet kid from the mountains that just is like, nope, I put my family on my back, and right now it's just my sister, so that's where she's going. She's going on my back, and I'm killing all these motherfuckers. You know, like, yeah,
he's cool. He's cool peoples. Like, I appreciate your niceness. I appreciate you being a good person, but you boring than the motherfucker.
Yeah, man, Deku got range, bro. Especially manga-wise, it's just he goes through he literally has gone through every single fucking emotion, and you just appreciate. It's just all relatable. It's so easy to relate to Deku.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'll just be repeating myself. He shows more, and yeah, like Shawny says, he's more relatable of a character than a character like Tanjiro.
Okay,
Tanjiro boring as hell.
Now time for news. All right, no problem. So it's now. I use my real government name. That's crazy. I'm bleeping that shit out. That's crazy. Anyway, it's time for Macky's news segment. I don't have too much. I don't have too much to say.
Yeah, right. Shame,
because
dishonor.
Shaking my head.
dishonoring your family. Nah, I really don't have much to say. Like, cause not too much happened this past week. Games dropped. It's a new month, so of course games are dropping. I think we talked about the new One Piece game that came out, so that also happened. And like the only real big news besides like it's funny, right? The movie Mobius has gotten Morbius. Oh, Mobius is the dude from
Loki.
From Loki. Yeah, sorry. Morbius. Same lifetime, same universe, whatever. The dude Morbius. Even though there have been bad reviews about the movie, it really did well in the box office, like 34 mil this past weekend, which is it's crazy. I don't know if it's gonna be able to recoup all that they spent. A lot of things that have come out about the director saying that he doesn't know why there was Spider-Man things in the trailer, and it's like, you cannot be serious. You telling me that you didn't look at the trailer before it was sent out as the director of the film?
It sounds like
Sony. It has nothing to do with
the editing and the marketing and all that stuff. They gonna do whatever the fuck they want.
That's all marketing, bro.
Yeah, they give it to the marketing department. They say sell the movie.
Only editing that he could like pay mind to is the one of the
of the film itself. That's
no. What I'm saying is,
not
that he didn't. Did I say he didn't know? Yeah, he didn't know why it was in there. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So I mean,
he's basically just like, that's what they put out. They put that shit in there.
Hey, man. And then what else? Oh yeah, the E3 conference has been canceled. Digital and the physical joint. So it's kind of crazy that last year we talked about that shit. We had like a whole 2-hour episode almost talking about that shit last year. And, we were trying to make it an annual thing, but obviously it's not going to be. So that sucks. But
it's an annual thing. We're talking about it right now. It got canceled. Annual.
Man,
we talked about it.
But to be fair, like, do we really need E3 anymore?
No,
because
we don't.
Nintendo does the direct, Sony does the showcase,
everybody doing
Xbox, everybody's doing their own thing.
So I think I actually wanted to like briefly talk about like how the everyone is having the ability to have their own state of play is gonna kind of
change everything.
Yeah, kick E3 out of here. We probably won't. Like, I'll be surprised if we get another one next year, because they probably didn't have enough games, like the bigger games. Like, of course, Sony did theirs, and Sony's gonna have a couple more this year. But Sony did theirs, and Nintendo did theirs. They had one for the Hogwarts game. They have one for what do you call it? The Pokemon did their own. So I feel like so I feel like there was a Nintendo Direct, and then Pokemon had a Pokemon Nintendo Direct.
Pokemon has a Direct.
So I feel like
in that bitch.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like with the times changing and everybody kind of wanting to do their own thing, is gonna really fuck up shit for E3. So I would be surprised if we get another one next year, to be honest with you.
I mean, they gotta basically go the route of just being like a gamers convention, right? Because like they're presenting themselves as like like a media showcase. And back in the day, major tech companies would benefit from being able to show all of the members of the press what they wanted to show them at the same exact time. You didn't need like secondhand and third and fourth and fifth account of retelling news and information. So all those conferences were just so all the media people could get all the information they need. And they would do the magazine articles about what was revealed. They would write the blog postings and everything like that before we had live streamed events or just a place where you could just host video content. It would always be there. So now that these companies can basically do like a Nintendo Direct or a Sony State of Play, like they don't need E3 to distribute that information for them. So the E3 just rebrands themselves and say, okay, well, this isn't the place where you have to reveal shit. This is a place where you put your demos up and you sell your product. It's a big convention. Everybody's got vendors. Everybody has whatever. There could be special panels, special interviews, maybe special events or a particular like award or something that they could do. But the way E3 is set up right now, there's no need for a third party to be distributing everybody's news and updates anymore. These companies can just use Twitter. And
yeah, it's expensive.
There you go.
It's expensive because they have to pay for their slots too. Like
pay an intern and let them run the Twitter account, and that's it. Because you're paying for everything else. You're paying for the people that put together the trailers, those editing and video people that do all that stuff in the marketing departments. And just pay the 21-year-old intern to be on Twitter all fucking day. And there you go. You don't have to pay companies like E3. I mean, I get it. Like, we don't like things to change. Everybody's used to something just always being around or being a particular way. This is how it's always been done. So why change it? But I mean, there just really isn't a use for it anymore.
You save money is better, shit like that. Change that shit. If it's gonna save you money and it's gonna be better, change that shit.
I mean, like, we love the announcements we get at E3, but like, companies are just telling us shit all fucking year anyway.
Which
So
is better for us right here. This right here, content all along the year. Thank you. Because we get content and we can make content.
It's definitely that. It's definitely that. I mean,
but it's also that, like, in E3 we were watching a huge ass show, like every company throwing out their games. It's like, bro, we're gonna get, like, the generation now is gonna get bored of that, because how their attention span is like this. Like, they don't have, like,
that is something. Yeah, I didn't even consider that.
So it's like, remember now a Nintendo Direct is what, 30 minutes?
Yeah,
it's
E3 is like what? It's like a 3-4 day conference.
Yep, different days, different schedules.
I'm tapped after day one.
Because even if you look at it, so Square Enix did their when PlayStation did the last State of Play, Square Enix had most of the games present there. A perfect example of why you don't need E3 anymore is Capcom announced Street Fighter 6 at a recent, I think it was the Evo. I don't know if it was Evo. It was a tournament that was going on that weekend, a big fighting game tournament. And Capcom had been teasing that they were going to make an announcement that will lead up to the time at the end of the tournament. And they had announced the teaser trailer for Street Fighter 6 there. Again, something like that would have been amazing for E3. But you're at a fighting game tournament. You have a whole bunch of fighting game fans here. Why would you go through that medium if you're already here and you can bank on
the best marketing you could do is, is catered to the audience you're actually targeting.
I think they should do it like John is saying. They should turn it into a convention. Maybe have
make it like New York City Comic Con. Make it the video game convention of the world. Everything that you need.
Have competition of games that have
related. It's going to be on display, and there's going to be vendors and all types of special shit happening. People pay for the marketing. People pay for all of that stuff. You brand it. You sell T-shirts. You freaking sell. They already had like E3 exclusive Funko Pops in the past. So it isn't like there aren't like brand and marketing deals out there that you could do with different companies with your branding. So you have a brand already. You just rebrand it and you create something that becomes functional rather than just media that you're putting out, because nobody needs your media anymore.
Yeah, so I'll say this. They should just turn it into like a convention that has tournaments in the convention. So you're gonna have 3 days of convention. You join a tournament. You have to pay a certain amount of dollars to win a certain amount of dollars. You go in, you play the video game. If you're the winner, you get this amount of dollars. Boom. All the gamers are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm nice at 2K."
I feel like it would, like, they would just need more to kind of draw a crowd, because you're gonna get the people who are gonna want to compete in those games, whether it be 2K, FIFA, Street Fighter, or whatever have you. But you're gonna need something to bring in the people who are casual gamers who don't really give a fuck about playing, or even like people who play like the role playing games and shit like that. So I think while having
finish though.
I thought you were done.
No,
bro, you took a pause, bro.
Because I was.
Oh, because you was breathing? Oh, my bad.
Yes, bro.
Shit.
I'm fat, bro. Let me breathe. I'm not Shawny that have broad shoulders out here going to
I still can't breathe. What do you mean? What is going to shit, nigga?
I was
that nigga got broad shoulders.
Facts. I was going to say they could also like have people actually test games there, like in a certain amount of like in a place that you could play the game before it comes out.
Imagine like a convention exclusive beta.
Exactly, like play the game.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can only play the beta if you show up to this fucking convention.
That would be hard as hell. Everybody pulling up. Everybody is pulling up. Like if you like that game, you're pulling up because you want to play the beta. You know what I'm saying?
Like it would hit the convention before they released it public. So if you were at the convention, you'd be some of the first people to play that beta before they let everyone else test it, before the game released. That's building up a player base, and that's building up hype to buy a game that you're actually putting research and development into. You know what I'm saying? Like
y'all niggas is giving away the sauce. We got to hold this for us.
But we're assuming that people care that much about research and development.
Nah, I mean, yeah. I like I said, man, they just have to bring a big enough draw. Like things like, you know, having the tournament, obviously, having beta games there, having like say Nintendo says, oh, if you come to this convention, or like they get Nintendo to say, if you come to this convention, you can get this a classic Mario 64 game with new levels or some shit like that. I mean, obviously they would have to, you know, talk to Nintendo about doing things, and getting Nintendo to do anything
never happened.
Never happening.
Your example is too fantasy for me. It never happened.
But like say like if they were to oh, you can come to the convention and get a remaster of the very first Spider-Man game on PlayStation. That would be crazy. Like I'm sure people would love to replay that game, even though it may come back through the PlayStation. The PlayStation Plus premium shit that they got going on, which we're going to talk about later. But I think, you know, it's just ways to entice people, you know, to get people out there, because doing a 3-day convention talking about just presenting games, and I believe like a lot of this shit has to do with COVID as well, because last year I'm sure the attendance was not as much as it usually is because people couldn't physically go there. And watching it online, it's like, okay, well, I'm watching it. But then again, sitting in front of your screen or your phone or your television and watching that shit for 3 days, it's like, bro, unless you're a dedicated fan, you're not really going to be doing that shit.
You can just watch the YouTube video recaps.
Yeah, I can watch, or I can watch Paradise Podcast recap it for an hour. Just give me all the highlights.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Not for nothing, though, what you're saying. Like, the thing about E3 is that it's losing its place in the field. You have things like New York Comic-Con, you have San Diego Comic-Con, you have PAX East, PAX West. And that's where you're talking about those tabletop gamers. You're talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon card.
Ooh, that boy froze.
Specific convention.
You went out, bro.
There.
Repeat what you said, because you went out. Like
you went to the shadow realm and came back.
Yeah, your audio went with you.
It's gotta be. I bet it did. But basically what I'm saying is, like, you have things like New York Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, PAX East, PAX West. You have these other smaller, I wouldn't call them smaller on the E3 scale, but they have these bigger conventions that have a whole different type of vendors where you can go and get a more broad experience. And even with all of that, with the tournaments, you have the Halo Championship. You have Evo for all the fighting games. So at that point, it's like E3's got nothing left at this point. Like, it might be a dub.
Okay. All right, let's
You could be right. I was just giving my own ideas of what could save the rebrand.
I think it's a good point. I think
that's what I said in the beginning. I mean, I doubt that next year we're gonna get another one, bro, because at this point, with everyone doing their own state of play and directs and indirects, whatever you want to call them, with everyone doing their own shit, it's like, why would I pay thousands of dollars to go present it at a booth where I'm going to get a 30-minute slot when I can save all that money and just have people in-house create one for me? It's like, it just makes sense from the business standpoint. But just to kind of move forward, And another thing I lightly wanted to talk about, because we did talk about it last week. So we had a big discussion and about Attack on Titan, whether they're going to get a season 4 part 3 or if they're going to do the movie. And it came out actually the day that we dropped the podcast that they're going to do a season 3 that comes out next year. So how do we feel about this? Final arc, part 5, ... episode 17.
It's the final season. 3. The final season. The final.
According to them niggas.
According
part
to whatever they're saying,
3, essentially.
They're giving us 8 episodes. That's what I heard.
I'm fucking ecstatic. I'm happy as hell. I'm so glad we're not getting a fucking movie, because guess
You're
what?
happy
You know,
that it's not the movie.
Yes, because you know why? If we would have gotten a movie, we would have had to wait a year from now for the movie to come out. We're
still waiting a year from now.
I'm not done.
Okay.
If a year from now, so what is it? It's April. We would have had Japan would have gotten the movie in April, which means we would have gotten the movie in fucking July. At least now that we're getting an anime continuation, 2023 at the earliest. I feel like we're going to get the season in January, February, because that's when part 2 started again. I think it was like late
December.
Part 1 was in December. So I can see them giving it to us like in the winter
Part 1 was
season.
not in December. Part 1 was in January of 2021. It was in the beginning of last year. So
no,
if your calculations are right, we're more than likely going to get it.
It'll be January. The animes come faster than the movie. That's why I'm happy for. And at least people are like, oh, well, they should have just finished it. I'm like, no, like people don't understand that Mappa has a lot of shit going on. They got Vinland Saga 2 that got announced recently. Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen movie, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. There's a lot of shit that they have. So for me, I'm just like, would you rather they give us a Full Metal Alchemist and give us a half-ass original anime ending? Would you have it that they pull a Promised Neverland season 2 and fuck it up? Like, no, like I'd rather you take your time and fully flesh out this story. Like, people complain about the wait between season 2 and season 3. A lot of these motherfuckers
the wait from season 1 to season 2 was like 5 years, bro.
A lot of people don't know that. So it's like, fam, what are you talking about? Like, this is the best news we could possibly get. We're gonna get a proper ending. 8 episodes. Like, we already got a lot of shit coming. Winter 22 is probably gonna be a crazy season for anime. So fall 22, because winter starts January. Winter 22 would technically be January 2023. But I feel like it's the best news that we can get, in my opinion.
John, you have a perplexed face.
No,
how are you feeling? Because I know you were saying that they should just get it over with and give us everything, because I feel like I just want to preface this before you go on your monologue. But
damn, nigga, can't put your Leo. That's disrespectful.
But
the gunshots, yo.
But hold up, I got you.
And why he playing with you, yo?
But yeah,
I'm used to the disrespect. It's okay.
Nah, I love John. That's my brother right there, for real, like hands down. But yeah, so I mean, it's only because last time we spoke, I remember you visibly, like, I could see the veins in your neck of how upset you were about them, because I'm with you, bro. Like, I feel like at this point, while yes, we'll be happy to have a proper anime ending, at the same time, it's like they keep dragging this shit out. Now, this was first of all, I was sold that this was gonna be. They said that we're gonna get final part 1 in January of 2021 and final part 2 in January of 2022. And I'm like, okay, bet. That gives you enough time to finish this shit. And it's still not finished. And I feel like at this point, it's like a fucking money grab, because they're just trying to drag this shit out as long as possible. And what if the ending that they give us in January is not something that we like? Like, I can't even hold you, bro. I have not watched Demon Slayer because I low-key have gotten kind of bored watching after what they did with season 1. Then they gave us the movie. Then they gave us the video game that was about season 1 and the movie. Then they gave us season 2, which was just the movie. And then now season 2 is really starting. So it's just like, bro, how much money do you want from my pockets just for me to watch your shit, bro? At some point, you have to take into consideration of the fans. Like, I'm not saying that we should have gotten a movie, because I do agree that if we were to wait for a movie, it would probably be a year and a half before we get it here in sub and dub. But you telling me that y'all niggas can't make this movie by fall of this year so we can finish this shit out?
It's Mappa. That's what I was trying to tell you. Mappa got Chainsaw Man coming that fall.
I don't give a fuck about a nigga
you
who is
going
a literal
to,
chainsaw.
You going to, my nigga. You going to. I promise you right now. You could quote me on this episode when Chainsaw Man comes out this fall.
What time is it? It's 9:03, April 4th. April 4th, 2022.
I promise.
Shawny said that I'ma care about. Oh my god, I can't even say this motherfucker's name. Chainsaw Man, fucking lumberjack guy. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Telling you. All right, you think okay? Go ahead. Keep calling him Paul Bunyan.
So if you just if you just wanted to speak first, you didn't have to tell me to go. You could have just spoke first. Because that's not a preface. You gave me your whole
word.
Thing.
I forgot that he was trying to preface it for you.
Yeah, he was like,
I just said all his opinions and shit,
and then he just ended up just going. So it's like, okay, you could.
I'm sorry. A lot of shit
first. You didn't have to call on me.
I'm sorry. I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. Sometimes I freestyle without even knowing that I'm freestyling. I do apologize.
I was like, all right.
See, you doing that Deku shit.
Let's do it.
Muttering?
Yep, that's what you did.
My bad.
You hit on a lot of the things that I was going to bring up. I was just going to question, because Shawny seems to have a full understanding of how much work this studio is putting out, like, simultaneously, which is great perspective, just because I ask myself some of these questions where it's like, you know, like, okay, is the studio biting off more than it can chew? Right, which most of the studios are, right? That's just the way the anime business is over there in Japan. They work their employees on crunch for sure. And you know, I question if this is something where they're dragging it out because they do want to make more profit off of the marketing value behind Attack on Titan. And since it is something that has sold a lot of merchandise, it sells, you know, just in general, it's a very marketable franchise. Franchises like Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer have really good story, action, and animation, so they're very popular. But the stories weren't designed to be ongoing for too long. They were designed, and we like them a lot because they have very near and approaching critical endings, things that have you know, finality to them, right? Like, we were talking about how most anime watchers in this new generation would be finicky to start an anime like One Piece if they're not already invested, because of how much of a commitment that is, because they would much rather watch a whole bunch of other things and then get more content in the same amount of time it would take them to consume something like watching the original run of Dragon Ball, or watching One Piece, or watching Naruto and all of its fillers. You know, like they're
or
less,
Bleach and all of its fillers,
or Bleach and all of its fillers. Like they're less likely to consume these long running animes. And it's cool, right? If we're used to consuming anime like that, we're used to the really long-winded, okay, we have to give it some time, so here's a bunch of extra anime stuff going on. If we're used to that, we're just used to that. But now anime doesn't have to be that way. So now that it doesn't have to be that way, I feel like some of these companies are having a really hard time of letting go of how long they can milk a franchise for its marketability.
I mean, it goes back to the conversation we always have. You know, a lot of these animes don't make their money off of the show. They make their money off of the merchandise that they sell after the show, or during the show's run.
Yeah, all of that stuff. Whatever merchandising they do, whatever licensing they do, all of that stuff is where the money comes from.
Question. This might
before you say your question, Shawny, Bleach has 50% of it is filler. I'm just letting you know that.
Bleach's filler arcs were not like Naruto's bullshit story, like dun, 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 like the happy fucking slice of life. They were full-fledged arcs,
they were
bro.
They were
full-fledged arcs that actually had good content to it. It wasn't bullshit.
Not like
Naruto bullshit.
The filler. No. It's bro. You know me. I'm the #1 Naruto hater. It's not like Naruto, of
Bro,
course,
you be
but you're not
hating
about
on
to sit
Naruto,
here
bro.
because that show is, bro. We've all watched One Piece. Why do you think I'm
I'm-
hating on Naruto?
I don't
Anyway,
hate on Naruto.
Let me just say,
because
really,
you watched it while you was little, or when you was in a DR.
No,
let
I
me just
watched it here.
say, we
Oh,
come from a
bad.
generation of animes being milked. You do realize that, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was-
We
that
come
was what
from
I'm
that.
getting at.
So like
For
this
sure.
is compared to what
But
Even
y'all
one-
niggas didn't
even
even
one-
let me
Wait, let
talk.
I know.
Shawny
I
talk.
want. That's why I said I want to let Crispin go. That's why I just want to get that out real quick. We come from the generation of being milked. Go ahead,
I
Crispin.
mean,
I want to
even
hear
One
your
Piece.
question.
One Piece is the same way.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm
for sure.
gonna explain to y'all. I'm gonna explain to y'all what's going on here. I think that the
Is this your
companies-
question?
Yes, yeah. I'm gonna
Let
explain
him
to y'all
talk,
why
my
my
nigga,
question
damn.
is gonna come in like this.
Okay.
What
cool.
I think.
I just want to
Okay.
make sure.
Do you guys think that the companies are doing this because they feel like their stories are not gonna stay for a long time in the sense of like people thinking about them? Like we think about Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? Even though Dragon Ball is like, we think about what's the name? This nigga's favorite anime. What's it? Fuck.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh,
Yu Yu Hakusho. We think about that shit. We think about Ronan Kenshin. You know, we think
Mhm.
about old shit because they were so good. And like, if we see merchandise of that, we're like, oh shit, we have to buy that shit because we're not gonna really see this shit no more. Do you think people are gonna be like 10 years from now? Oh yeah, that's Attack on Titan. Do you think that's gonna happen? You think that's why they're milking it that much? So it could
I
like
think-
last longer, so people could think about it for a
Nah,
longer
'cause
time and pass
I
it
think
on.
I personally think it's more of it's because they have figured out that when we used to watch like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, One Piece back in the day, Bleach, and all them shows, those were like very new in America. It had a market here, but not as much as it does today. You know, the only anime movie that came out in theaters, from my knowledge, when we were younger, is Pokemon, and that's
And
because
Digimon.
Digimon.
Digimon, yeah, horrible.
That's it.
horrible movie.
That's it. Those are the only two that came out in theaters. I think the second Digimon movie was actually on TV, and all the other Dragon Ball movies were on TV. Nowadays, fucking Demon Slayer is fucking breaking records. Jujutsu Kaisen, we talked about it on Critical Hits, which is coming out soon, is breaking records. You feel me? It's the 5th highest selling anime right now, with like 27 million in the first week. So I feel like the way the world is today, they've kind of realized that, okay, anime is not just something that's just in Japan or in
it's
the
mainstream.
East. It's now mainstream. Like some of the biggest rappers in the world have anime in their
Mhm.
raps. Megan Thee Stallion, Uzi. Them niggas put that shit like it's
Bad
now
Bunny.
a mainstream thing. It's Bad Bunny.
Made a
But
whole
back in the
song.
back in the day,
it
it wasn't. We even talked about this the other day on another episode that you can also check out on
Mhm.
YouTube. That we were saying that, you know, back in the day,
Shameless plug,
niggas used to
OG.
get bullied for
Word.
niggas used to get bullied for watching anime, bro. Like people used to get beat up. They used to make fun of the people
Okay.
who used to do the Naruto run and shit like
you
that.
didn't understand
And
what I said.
nowadays,
You didn't understand what I said, but
He's
didn't understand my
basically
question.
he's
My
basically
question-
asking, yeah, like are they milking it for the sake of making the shit last longer than it should be? I don't think
No,
that's the
that's
case.
not what I'm trying to say either. I probably said my question completely.
You're
wrong.
asking
Probably
if
did.
we think Attack on Titan is
It's
as
gonna
memorable.
be remembered. Like
Is
you
as
know how
memorable.
Dragon Ball is gonna be
Yes.
remembered forever, bro.
So
I promise you that. Even though the
my
story's
take-
not the best.
So my take on that is that usually what makes us remember an anime for a really long time is its iconography. So whatever is an icon of that particular anime, that's what sticks with us. The Colossal Titan is the icon of Attack on Titan in general. If you put that face anywhere, the Colossal Titan with the skinless flesh, steam, everything, the big, that in general, everybody's gonna know which anime that comes from. Even if they've never
sure.
seen it,
100%.
people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's that Titan anime."
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna
My
know
other
that.
question. My
So
other question.
that
hold on, he's not finished
that
answering your question.
visibility right there, in my opinion, is enough marketability and memorable, like
Memorability.
memorable qualities, right? Is the memorable quality about that anime that will help it live after the show is done. People are like, you're gonna see, you know, like all of these iconic characters in different mediums. Sometimes you'll see like when they do like posters or just regular like anime merchandise at different stores and licensed merchandise in different places, and they're always gonna have like the big icons from the most popular things. That Colossal Titan is always just going to be somewhere. You're going to see it on a t-shirt somewhere. You're going to see the like a figurine of it somewhere. You're going to see the wall scrolls and the posters or all the random knickknacks you buy at Hot Topic. Like you're going to see all of that. You're going to see that Attack on Titan stuff for a very long time.
I understand what you're saying, but are people going to be talking about it?
I'm a be honest with you. I'm gonna
see what I'm saying, like, because merchandise is always going to be there. Like you said, any icon of the merchandise is going to be there. Like that thing that had in the back and shit. What I'm saying is, like, to this day, go Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. We saw it when we were kids, bro. We're 30-year-olds, old heads. Literally in this anime,
I feel like
we're old heads in the anime shit, and we're talking about the first anime everybody watched. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like people come up to you, yo, Luffy Solo's the Dragon Ball verse or whatever, and then somebody just pulls up Sailor Moon out of left field, and we're like, you know what? You're talking Sailor Moon. You a gangster ass nigga. If you bring up Sailor Moon, we know where you started at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, if you want to really get into it, you think I got into a whole argument with somebody at New York Comic Con, which is the best place to get into argument with somebody about anime. The best.
Beautiful.
The question was, Angel. I wish Angel was here because he could have told you. Angel had me and him are arguing about, is Pokemon considered an anime?
Yes,
and
it is.
Okay, so I was arguing it as a no. And I know, crazy take, but I argued it as a no. And literally, we had 3 different people, random people we didn't even know, jump into the conversation and start debating it back and forth with us. And I'm like, yo, nobody's checking for Pokemon. Nobody's trying to watch a shit with Japanese with subs. And then the dude was like, I am, and I'm watching the current episode right now. So but to answer Crispin's question, the answer is no. And the reason why I'm going to say that, and I do agree with you, John, that how Titan, you think about the Colossal Titan, that's going to be the imagery of which you remember and whatnot. But I think that's a long gone era with the new generation. The attention span is so short, and we get so many new animes now. There's going to be a new Demon Slayer in 5 years. There's going to be a new My Hero. Attack on Titan is, like Attack on Titan for us, it's great because we literally started with that shit with season 1. A lot of these new people just saw the new season, caught the hype, and then watched it back. They have the advantage of being able to spam it from season 1 up to now. We never had that. It holds dear to us because, my nigga, we had to wait 5 years for this shit to come out. But like, I think it's a long bygone era now because Dragon Ball, you hear the word Kamehameha and people lose their shit. Or if you see the colors, and this is how genius the marketing was. If you see the colors orange and blue, if you're from the East Coast, you're probably going to think of the Mets. But everywhere else, you're probably going to think about Dragon Ball. There's a even Naruto as well, but more so, think about the Naruto run, bro. You put 2 arms behind your back. They did that in the Sonic Adventure game back in the day. And yet to this day, nobody knows that. But everybody gonna look at me, my nigga, why you doing that Naruto run? Like, it's just certain things that are that iconic. Because we look at Yu Yu Hakusho, we love it. I would honestly tell you that Hakusho is my top 5 because it's the perfect way to present your story in an anime. No fillers, it flows. The episodes don't take too long. It's a perfect formula. It's the perfect formula, in my opinion. That's why I believe it to be great.
They finished the whole story. They finished the whole story in like 130 episodes,
and it was clean. But I think a Titan
should have been more, but the mangaka got sick. But you know,
but to end it, but to clear it up. Like even Isayama, the dude that wrote Titan, he's been done with that shit, bro. They gave him, and I could still be wrong in this, but from what I heard, they gave him he put the original ending for Titan. The fans killed him for it. Like on some Evangelion shit again. So much the nigga had to come out with a second ending. And they killed that nigga again. So he been done with this shit. Like it's great now for what it is in the moment.
You don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, but 10 years from now, bro, these kids ain't gonna be talking about it. There's gonna be something new. There's gonna be a new My Hero, a new Demon Slayer. The attention span is like Crispin said earlier. The attention spans are so small with these with the new generation that like it's gonna be
I also
great
think
now.
I also personally don't think, you know, that with the saturation of how many animes we have now versus back in the day, there's not that many iconic moments. Like if we were to talk about back in the day, an iconic moment is Goku going Super Saiyan 1 for the first time.
That shit was hard.
Even though that shit took 10 episodes.
That took
10 episodes.
7 episodes.
Yeah,
that's the definition of milking money.
But we know.
But that shit was
you
hard.
See what I'm saying?
You know,
he said when Goku transformed for the first time, everybody said that shit took 100 episodes, but it was lit. You know what I'm saying?
Was screaming in the hallway.
The first time Deku punched the freaking machine with the.
It was cool, but it's not like. And I feel like again, it's just because of the saturation, how much anime we have.
Yeah.
No, actually, not even how much. It's the access to anime now, because remember back in the day, the only place you could watch that shit was on Toonami, and if you ain't really have a computer like that,
or you couldn't
really watch it on your computer.
The VHS
unless you had the
unless you need to find the plug. I hope you got the subtitles.
I was watching GT on VHS tapes.
Yeah, so it's like
Broly movie.
So like it's only if you had certain connections
VHS,
or fucking A,
VHS baby.
If you have certain connections, or if you have like Toonami and you were up on a Saturday to like 2 a.m. in the morning watching them shits, it's like those are the only two ways. Nowadays, bro, I can literally pull up my phone and watch 10 episodes right now and I'm done, bro. Like niggas wasn't here in the beginning, right? When they had released the news about Shaman King coming back, bro, I was so excited, bro, because I remember watching Shaman King when I was back in the day, right before I got shipped to Nigeria. JetX. I remember watching that shit, bro. And then for it to come out now, and I'm just like,
and it was trash. I was like, what the fuck?
This shit not even exciting me. You feel me? Not even doing what it's supposed to give.
They didn't even put the whole season out. They put some bullshit. I was like, yo, nah.
Yeah, so I mean, again, I feel like it's more of like, just the access we have to anime. That's why, and plus, I don't think that a lot of these animes today, and it's not shitting on them because they're still good. Like I said, I like Demon Slayer for the most part, even though it kind of got boring a little bit. I like My Hero. I know we have to move on, John. I like My Hero, and I like the other shits too. Attack on Titan included, but I don't feel like none of them shits have had like actual iconic moments to where I can look 10 years in the future and be like, I remember where I was when I was watching this shit. But
so to close it out, because I never got to even give my thing on like Attack on Titan in general being 3 parts. Because none you guys, nobody ever let me get nobody.
We got mad emotion. So I ain't gonna hold you. I got mad emotion. You got there, Joey.
I'm gonna say my piece and then we're gonna move on.
For sure.
Excuse me.
John tired of it, bro.
So then I've been quiet and patient the whole episode because somebody in a purple bandana says I talk too much.
This is a bandana?
A purple do-rag.
Respect me.
Purple do-rag.
My bad. The purple do-rag.
I didn't say you talk too much, by the way. I love hearing your voice.
Let him finish, bro.
Anyway.
Point.
My thing is like when I look at what Mappa's doing, right, and putting it out like this, I ask myself, okay, cool. Are they milking it because they just want to extend it to the next year and give themselves room to work on the other shit they keep promising other places that they're gonna do? Or would it have just been better to just do the final season and then, you know what I'm saying, just maybe put it out a little bit later or break it up into 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. This is like it's ridiculous that we're getting the final season and it's being broken up into 3 parts, and the last part is 8 episodes. I've never watched an anime where one season was 8 episodes. I could see, okay, a Disney Plus series, 8 episodes. All right, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're watching something that's like, these are hour-long episodes. Cool. 6, 8 episodes. You're giving me an hour-long episode each. That's fine. I could deal with 6, 8 episodes a season. But for an anime studio to give us an 8, and let's just say it's more than 8. Let's just say it's 10. But to give me 10, maybe even 12 episodes, and then that's it for an anime, just seems really, really short.
The first part 1 was 12 episodes though.
Was that first
Yeah,
season
but that's a regular
only 12?
season. That's a regular first season though.
Part
part
1 was 16 episodes.
Oh, really?
That
Part
sounds
1
a
was
little
16.
bit. Yeah,
Part 2 was 12 episodes, and then part 3. Well, to be fair, the only reason why they're doing that is because there's only 9 chapters left to animate, and
But
most of it is action.
They could have did a 20 and 20.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Split it in half, or split it in a way. I guess they were just splitting it up between like the hype moments, but like I don't know, depending on however the hell the story's supposed to end, because I hear that the manga ending is trash, not even from just what you were explaining earlier, Shawny, but just all over Twitter. Everybody's like, oh, if you read the manga, you know that it fucking blows. You know, so like I don't know what to expect really. And I don't want to spoil myself by going ahead and reading the manga or just reading the spoilers for it, because then I feel like I wasted my time. And I don't want to do all years. That.
Nice.
I just find it really silly. I just find it really silly that they're breaking it into 3 parts. I don't feel like it needed to be broken into 3 parts. This could have been done 2 parts max. I don't even like the idea of breaking seasons into parts. Just put them out when you can. Like if we got to wait 2 years before we get the next season, okay, fine. We waited 5 years between season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Just make me wait. Don't give it to me in fucking chunks. I'd rather just get it and then appreciate it. Like I could wait because y'all working on all this other shit. All right, cool. Put the other shit out. I'll wait for the one I want to see. But that's it for my frustrations on Attack on Titan, the final season, the final arc, part 3.
The final part.
I'm just happy
the last 8 episodes.
The last episode as well.
Okay. So last topic we're gonna talk on, and I don't think we have a lot of time to talk about this topic.
I was about to say topics.
Yeah,
done.
Nah, we still haven't talked about the PlayStation Plus premium stuff. So
no. That needs a whole episode.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be this episode. That was supposed to be this episode.
Then we ruined it.
I'm gonna keep it G. I didn't think we were gonna go that long on the Attack on Titan.
Me neither.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be just a quick.
That needs to be its own episode. We'll be here for another like 2 hours going back and forth because we need to have pricing and comparisons with Game Pass.
Yes, and
in order to like make a
good discussion.
To make a good discussion.
That's gonna literally be the whole topic. The next.
Everybody do homework for next week.
Yeah, that's got to be next week's episode. Doesn't matter how long people are gonna wait to hear our discussion on it. Is hey, we're talking about it, and this is when it's gonna come out.
Focus.
Probably have more information on it too.
Yeah, possibly. So that's got to be the next episode.
All right.
I don't mean to pop the purple do-rag bubble.
Here we go. That's fine, bro. It's fine.
Bubble.
I wasn't gonna say anything good about it anyway, but it's whatever.
That's more fine. You could shit on it next week. If you want to just randomly add things, there was one thing that I wanted to randomly add to your news reel that I never got to.
Before you randomly added,
you interrupted me hard body this fucking episode.
We gotta interrupt everybody, bro.
We need to get a counter of how many times Macky interrupts people and just put that shit in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to do it, I ain't doing that shit.
I should be hosting these episodes. We'll let you have your like hour-long rant, no problem. But
I don't even be ranting like that. That's you. You be monologue John. I'm ranting. And he's monologue John. But all the only thing I wanted to say about the Game Pass shit is that it's more expensive than what do you call it? Game Pass, and you're getting less. But anyway,
Don't even bring it up right now.
That's
John,
that's a bigger conversation.
Yeah, no,
John,
he just
John
has to shit on it, yo. He had to
say
get
it.
that out.
He just has to say something. He's like, no, I don't want to let John say what he has to say because
I don't want to wait till next week.
We're talking about next week. I don't care that we're talking about it next week.
I don't care that. No, I don't care. But okay, John, what was your news thing, please, before I interrupt you again?
I wanted to read a news posting that IGN had put up about an upcoming anime. I just want to cite where I got the news posting from because I'm going to read it. So they said that Bandai Namco has revealed its first Gundam anime TV show in 7 years, which is Gundam The Witch from Mercury, which is the first one to feature a female lead in the franchise's history.
Wow.
So this is the first one since Iron-Blooded Orphans, which was the last Gundam that came out 7 years ago, I think.
It don't even feel like
no. Was it 7 years ago?
I don't, bro.
I think
honestly,
it was 2012 or something like that. Or
has
Almost
it
10
been
years
that
ago,
long?
bro.
maybe more than that. Yeah.
I'll check what you're telling us.
Or 2014, maybe it was.
That-
Between
that
2012 and 2014, I think was Iron-Blooded Orphans. But yeah, Mac, I'm not gonna tell you again that you need to watch.
It was
Iron-Blooded
It was
Orphans.
2015,
2015.
I'm not a
So that
Gundam
is 7
watcher.
years.
Yeah, so it is 7 years.
bro. So one thing about Gundam is, you know, they hate women in that show, bro. They hate them so much.
That
bro.
was Gundam Wing.
Nah.
That-
So
was
I think
definitely
it's
Gundam
great.
Wing.
I think it's great that they're bringing in a female lead after the many years of shitting on women in Gundam because
man.
oh my god, bro.
That conversation we had about Gundam Wing was hilarious.
Oh no, bro, because what's
I'm not a Gundam
man, I
watcher,
forgot his
so
name.
I
I
don't
forgot
know.
his name. No, you have to
Hero?
watch. No, actually, I think you would like. What's his name? Hero? No, not
The
That
that.
was
main
the
character
main
was
character.
Hero.
The main character was he hated women the most, almost, bro, because
He's a kid
bro, the girl that
terrorist.
liked the girl
He was
that
a
liked
kid
him,
terrorist.
the girl that liked him came up to him and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna
he
invite
tore
you
up
to my
the-
party, and he
He's like,
he
"Bitch,
took
I'll
the
kill
invitation
you."
and tore that shit up. And he said, if you come near me again, I'll fucking rip your head off. I was like, bro, this nigga's like 12. Why is he thinking like this, bro?
He's a kid terrorist.
Crispin, I think you would like the show though,
I
because it's
just don't
actually
like
really
robotic
funny.
ass anime shit. Like that shit.
But
There's
then-
parts.
Yeah,
There's
it-
there's parts where they don't really use the word
Yeah.
robot for like maybe like 15 or 16 episodes. Like they can't even go on them shits.
It's
So-
it's Gundam is a very more political than it is Mecha, to be honest.
Yeah,
That's
for
what makes
sure,
it
for
great.
sure.
Yeah, the mech battles are dope depending on which like series you're watching. You know, like
Gundam
once
era,
they
yeah.
started like experimenting and telling different stories, like there's different Gundams for different types of anime watchers.
Gundam-
You might like
no,
G Gundam.
G Gundam.
Yeah,
G
Mobile
Gundam.
Fighter.
G Gundam was
That
fucking dope.
gangster
Mobile
Gundam.
Fighter G Gundam. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
G
Yes.
Gundam. Yeah, G Gundam
Yes,
was
that's
was
exactly
dope.
what it stands for.
Domon
Nah.
Kashu.
If you
Watch
that
Gundam
literally
Wing first,
hands,
bro.
nah, bro. Trust me.
Oh
go
no,
watch
it's
G.
more of like it was like a fighting tournament. And
It was all hands.
yeah.
It
In
changed
that
the
Gundam
game.
universe, they basically
Nah, but
all the
Crispin
governments-
Crispin likes a story.
Listen,
like
bro. All
he
the
not mad at
governments
world
of the
building.
world have agreed that whoever wins this motherfucking fighting tournament gets to rule the world until the next tournament.
Yep.
So every country sends their best freaking like martial artist in a giant fucking mech that does whatever the hell they do in the mech. So like it mimics their body movements.
Bro, the
And
only
they
mech
literally
shit
throw
that I ever
hands.
liked was like Zoids, and I
And
really
they
didn't like
and
that
they
shit.
throw
Zoids was
hands.
mid, bro.
It was just
You know what
fire.
I'm saying? Like I saw it because I was in DR, nothing else to watch.
Zoids was fucking dope. I like Zoids.
Nah,
I know.
Zoids was mid. But I had the Tiger Zoid. Like I
Which
had
Zoid did you watch, nigga? There's two.
The first one
the first one.
Well, it depends because there's chaotic
the-
era. Chaotic
with
era is
the-
the prequel.
with the kid with the black hair and
It
the little
wasn't.
red stripe.
He's
That's-
talking about. He's talking about the.
You're talking about,
not the prequel stuff. The original one.
No,
The
that
original.
is no the one with Blitz Cow, the blonde hair. That's that's the first one. The second one.
Oh no,
was
I saw the one
prequel.
with the black hair.
So
now.
you saw the chaotic era. That's the one
yeah,
before.
that's my
So,
shit. The other
yeah.
one is whack as fuck.
The other one with blue. I don't know, man. I fuck with the Liger Zeros, man. Panzer,
Liger Zero
Drag
was
Porter,
dope.
yup.
Yeah, I had that one. I don't know which
So-
one. Oh, this one. Hold up. I'm about to bring it up on the screen.
Put up.
I had this one, bro. This shit was one of the hardest shits I ever owned in my life. Hold on.
Well, which
Let me
one?
share the screen.
It's actually funny because one of BitCloud's lagger forms was Jaeger.
Mm-hmm.
Jaeger.
I had this one.
See,
The blue one
that's
was hard as hell. In the blue one,
the regular.
the main character shit.
Yep, regular 0.
Yeah, he had like.
I had this one, but like I
edition.
had it like it was like maybe like 5. No, not 5 feet, but like maybe like 3 feet. 3 feet.
3
Like
feet?
that shit was tight big.
Big as hell.
Yeah, bro. Me and my brothers broke that shit, bro. That shit was amazing. fucking destroyers in my house.
Y'all was fucking trying to ride that stupid thing.
Hell yeah, like fucking idiots.
I want to ride the liger.
Whoa.
Just broke that shit.
Fuck.
It's crazy.
The Street Fighter notes. Ooh, ooh.
I might watch G Gundam because I'm looking for an anime to watch. So
G
I might watch
Gundam
that.
is really
good.
dope.
It was on Toonami too. That's what made
It
it
was
even
on
greater.
Toonami. That's how I saw it.
Where can I see this? Where can I see
YouTube.
it?
Probably
Give
on
it a chance.
I think it's
YouTube.
Crunchyroll got it. I'll tell you right
I mean,
now.
yeah, I don't have Crunchyroll, so if Crunchyroll has it, please watch it there. But YouTube had the whole thing the last time I saw it. So I ran
Nigga
through
said
that shit on
YouTube.
YouTube.
First time I watched Naruto was on YouTube.
But yeah,
You
so
know
I
when
think
they had
this-
episode 1, part 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how
So-
I saw Naruto. the first
I used to
time.
watch Naruto on Daily Motion. If anybody remembers that.
Damn, nigga.
Nigga's
These
sick.
kids out here,
Yeah.
One Piece fans. I'm like, bro, I'm a Naruto fan. Y'all
Yo,
niggas
all
seen
the-
Naruto in fucking streaming services. I saw Naruto on
all the
YouTube.
kids are gonna be like, "What the fuck is Daily Motion?"
One episode of
They're gonna-
Naruto was 7 YouTube videos.
You
That's what they're talking about.
Bro,
They're
that shit
all
is
like
crazy,
4
son.
minutes.
That's what I'm saying,
And I was
bro.
watching that shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Kids have it easy these days, man. Not to sound like an old nigga, but
You were
bro,
old
having
nigga,
to
dog.
having no, yeah, for sure. But like
Your
having
Uncle
to like
Macky at this
either
time.
yeah, having to either wait
Yo,
till like having to wait till Saturday to watch an anime because I didn't have no computer in my house, and my parents they didn't have the connect for me to go. I didn't have like cousins or nothing like that were older that liked anime. Like all the
And
reason
you
why
couldn't go to
niggas
the
like anime
library
in my
'cause-
house. I mean, I could, but they didn't really I've read manga, I've read Yu Yu Hakusho from the library. I read Dragon Ball from the library. I've read those ones when I
The
went to the
library
library.
will block the anime websites.
Oh, I'm sad for your library. My library didn't
Nah,
do that
because
shit.
of hentai. They used to block it because niggas used to watch hentai.
Nah,
Some nasty niggas out here watching hentai and shit. Like,
that I believe,
No,
bro.
no.
In public is crazy, bro.
they
Damn,
damn,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
Like
Down that bad?
I used to be watching like Parasite. I'm in the library watching Parasite, and all you see is an animated penis. What is going? I was like, what is
People
going
are
on?
fucking-
son? Like,
fucking
what are you
weird,
doing,
bro.
dog? And the
Fucking
librarian,
weirdos.
you know how there used to be extremists, old like grown-ups, so they just
Yeah.
banned every single website of anime.
No,
It was
I
like,
don't
yeah,
want
you can only go to search up educational documents. Fuck out of here,
Mhm.
bro.
Stupid as hell,
But
dog. No
I believe-
MySpace, no nothing, because MySpace was on at that time. None of that. I was like,
You can't watch.
I got no
can't do
computer
that
at home.
shit.
How am I be on MySpace?
So I think this is probably a good
Yeah.
time to finish
Close
out
it.
with One Piece and then the deuces. Well, then we. Do
Yeah,
you
go
got
ahead.
anything else you want to say before I'm done with the One Piece thing and then I can't close it out because you're like, oh yeah, and then by the way,
No, I don't have anything. Oh yeah. Before.
that one.
Yeah, this time's one.
Nah. Oh yeah. Watch out for Paradise at Anime NYC because we're gonna be there. Shawny's gonna be there all 3 days. But I'm gonna be there Sunday, and I know Crispin bought his ticket to
I'll
be
be
there
there
Sunday as
Sunday.
well. John, I don't think you bought your ticket yet. Did
I
you?
forgot. I can check to see if they're still on
It's
sale.
still there.
It's
Just
still-
get it sooner than later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for sure.
forgot. So I'll purchase for Sunday. I'll go with John.
For sure. So yes, watch out. I'm gonna try to get like a little like lanyards for us. So we got like a little Paradise logo while we going out there taking pictures and shit like that. So yeah, watch out for us in November because that's coming in November. Hopefully
man.
next year.
Gotta
Hopefully
make a
next year
good
we could
video of
go
that shit.
to. No, yeah, for sure, bro.
That might bring people into the channel. Sorry,
for sure, for sure.
This is what it is.
And hopefully next year we can go to, or at least I can go to, a Dream Convention, which is something that I've been wanting to go to since they started it. Shout out to RCD.
RDC World.
RDC World. Sorry, excuse me.
So fun fact, they were actually at Anime NYC last year.
Of course,
and they probably will be back there again. And I'll tell you now, like the crowd is there to wait for them dudes. They were supposed to come in at like 1 p.m. that Sunday, and people were already waiting at like 9 a.m. for them by their booth in the corner of the con. So,
sheesh.
Like they
got their audience.
They got the audience. I thought it was.
I've been watching those dudes for a long time. So.
For
Facts.
real, yeah. Shout out to Mark Phillips, bro.
No, big shout out to him, man. All right, Johnny B.
So
wait, where you at?
This past week, okay, hold on, give me a second. This past week has been pretty rough on me and the family. A lot of people were sick, and a lot of One Piece didn't get watched, but we did watch some One Piece. So I do have some stuff to talk about, and I do have my thoughts on a few other topics. So the last episode that we discussed was 295, and I've only made it up to 302. But where I'm at, I've already gotten to the part where they have officially freed Robin from her handcuffs. So that means that I've seen all of the CP9 fights except for the one that starts in this episode now at 302, which is Lucci versus Luffy. So we saw Luffy go second gear and then basically give Frankie the opening to get the keys, over to Robin. And like I appreciated a lot of how the fight sequences kind of like happened. The one thing that kind of like makes me think is when Nami gets into fights with people, she usually holds her own pretty well against characters that, in my opinion, should be way too much for her to handle. And I get it, Oda wants to showcase how smart she is, and she usually fights tactically, and she usually uses, her staff to create, like these weather conditions and to shock people and do all these different things. And I get it, and I understand that it works. But I don't know. I just feel like her fighting this girl Khalifa. I think her fighting Khalifa, that chick should have been able to just like rip Nami's arm right out of her fucking socket with that stupid finger pistol shit that they do, just because of how strong the CP9 members are supposed to be. So the fact that she gave Nami a couple of attacks and Nami's been eating them shits, and then still able to fight in her big smooth bubbly form after she was made to be all smooth and whatnot. Like I'm just like, all right, I guess because Nami needs to win this fight, she's gonna win this fight. But that was just a fight that I didn't really think she should have won. Just because I think Caulifla should have been stronger than her, or should have at least, I don't know, done more damage. I get it. It was more of like a goofy fight to begin with. The chick turned into a big soapy sheep. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just like there was supposed to be like a lot of comedy there and just like, sexy blonde lady in tights. But I don't know. I didn't think Nami should have won that fight. So that was that.
I mean, okay, keep going. Sorry, I'm not gonna interrupt you.
Yeah, so you can, I guess, bring that back in a little bit towards the end. The only thing that I'm having an issue with while watching Enies Lobby as a whole is the fact that I am now starting to notice how they restructured the anime a little bit. And I get that they basically eliminated the ending song at this point. Like there's only the opening song, and then at the end they have the preview for the next episode, which is cool because it kind of forces you to watch it because you're not going to not watch it. It just happens so fucking fast. But like, I guess it's just the fact that I'm binging it that I'm feeling this way. But just the long drudging stroll through like the opening, the pre-phase, the free cap, and then the beginning of the episode. Depending on how long the recap is, we're looking at 5 to 7.5 minutes of just wasted episode time, just getting us to the title card. And that's when the episode really starts.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, like I even figured out how in the like the beginning of Water 7, there were like scenes in the recap that would trickle into the title card and then begin the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So like at some point I was just watching the recaps just because I knew that I was going to get new information and then eventually the episode would start. And I'm just not a huge fan of the way that the episodes are structured. Like, you know, I get it. It's that week to week. Here's what happened last week because you probably forgot. It's been 7 days. You have a short attention span. Here's who fought last week. Here's how it went. Here's what's going on. Boom, title card. Let's fucking go. But then at that point, you've probably got like 17 minutes left, 18 minutes maybe of the episode. And then it's like, how much of that is really episode? Because then you split that in half, because then you get the break, the commercial break. And then they show the second half of the episode. And then that's it. And then the episode's over. So like, I'm just watching 15 minutes of content and then I'm fast forwarding. And then I'm watching another 15 minutes and then I'm fast forwarding. And then I'm just like, you know, so I am getting through the episodes, which is why like I feel like I'm getting through them and not getting through anything at the same time. Like I've like, especially because of the filler arc during this point at Eni's Lobby, like they just have been really dragging Eni's Lobby specifically. They've been dragging this part out. Like Water 7, like the beginning of Water 7 did not drag the way that Eni's Lobby has been dragging.
It's sorry.
I get it. The fights have been going. Everything is happening. I know I'm getting like
no. That's not what I was gonna.
Big fight.
That's not what I was gonna say. But keep going.
I'm just pointing out that just the way that they are putting the episodes together, not the story that Oda has written.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
The way that Toei has put these episodes together.
Let's make something clear.
They have really been taking their sweet fucking time with Eni's Lobby specifically.
Every time I see Toei's like animation at the beginning of whatever anime, I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Just remember, John, these are the same people who made Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I know. But it's just
yeah, I know. Just fair warning. That's it. It's not going to change. You're stuck.
It's not
with this.
No. It's not like that now.
I was just about to say that I feel like bad. Whatever is new, like whatever is current season, those anime episodes probably flow differently than what I'm watching right now that was in the early 2000s.
Nah,
it's not as bad. It's not as bad. Like
it's similar. It's still the same style.
It's of course. But
the recap is probably like 30 seconds of like scene. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Like friggin' this thing basically recaps like the whole second half of the last episode before it gives you the beginning of the episode you're currently in, and then the second half of that episode, which becomes the fucking recap for the next episode. So it's just, you know, I'm like, all right, just give me the shit. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done already. Like, you know, and the story's good. Like I like Robin's story and how things are kind of going. The fight scenes are dope. I like how Giraffe Homeboy isn't really entirely useless because he's a fucking giraffe. Even though he should be entirely useless because he's a fucking giraffe.
He was nice as fuck.
I think he would have been nicer without the fucking giraffe. Like if he would have just stayed the way he was before and fought Zoro in his humanoid form and everything, like
You think
Probably
so?
would have been probably would have been a better fight.
Yeah, because
than,
I
than
think they
watching that
nerfed him
fucking giraffe.
with that double fruit because he didn't have it until that moment that he ate it. Like this is nerf because he doesn't know how to use it.
Mhm.
There's that, but he was a fucking giraffe.
Yeah, but
Out of everything you've
like,
seen, that's what freaks you out.
No,
giraffe?
that was like the
it was the weirdest freaking shit to give him.
no. It's because it was supposed to be a joke, and for me, the joke wasn't that funny. So the fact that he became like a serious ass opponent, and they were still trying to drive home the haha, but he's a fucking giraffe. I was like, he's a fucking giraffe. I was like, this isn't funny. Like, I don't like
A bitch ass giraffe.
like there could, I don't know. He was a fucking giraffe. Anyway, so a fun thing that like Sirmata had pointed out when we were watching it was just like she was like, oh, remember how like they didn't know which devil fruit was what? It was like, imagine if he would have ate the soap fruit. And I was like, yo, if this chick turned into a fucking giraffe, I'd have lost my mind.
If she turned into a giraffe to fight Nami, she would have washed Nami, to be honest with you.
John, do you remember if they said that they knew the name of the devil fruit as soon as they ate it? I don't remember if they said that.
No, I actually don't think they either.
I don't think they said the names of the fruit. I think they
just said the powers that the fruit
No, they didn't even say that because they didn't know what the power was. You didn't know until the power was until you saw them. So I think it was like I forgot what his name is. The dude that was like the bitch ass nigga with the nose. He was like, oh yeah, here are these fruits. They're gonna give you powers. And then they were like, well, what are these fruits? And then they didn't know what they was, and then they ate them, and then that's when we found out that dude was a giraffe and the chick was a soap.
Well, he told them that those were the devil fruits. He just couldn't tell them what they were.
What they were.
Yeah. So they knew the trouble, like the risk they were taking just eating the fruit without really knowing what the fuck it was gonna do. They just wanted the power. They were lusting for power.
Which is dumb. It's like, and I guess because they, what's the word? They underestimated the Straw Hats. They thought that, I'm already strong enough with the power of a devil fruit. I'm gonna be dumb strong to beat these low level pirates at the time, and when they went up to the top and made their stance of burning the fucking flag of the government, declaring war on the government, it's like, bro, I bet you got to take us serious. You feel me? Yeah. When Chopper went into berserk mode and fucking became that giant ass
were reindeer,
like whatever the hell he is, it's like, damn, bro, like we didn't. I was not
on my nigga Chopper. You hear me?
Not Oda sometimes needs to put some respect on him, but that's another conversation for another day.
I do like how like everybody is basically like like working really well with Frankie. Like it just kind of shows you that like he's the one that's just gonna be like at the end like, hey, it's all good, I don't want to fight you guys anymore, or I don't want to fight Luffy anymore. He might still have that argument, like just to finish off what the hell they were arguing about, the money and all that other shit, and like beating up Usopp. But
they jumped that nigga, bro.
We'll talk about that next week. If you get to enough episodes, we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, because you're at the end of the arc, basically.
Yeah, I know, because we already got to the fight. Once you get to like Luffy's fight, you know that it's at the end, which is another thing that like I've gotten used to already. It's like a whole bunch of stuff happens.
Well, because Luffy's always gonna fight the main guy.
Everyone gets their ass handed to them, and then it's like Luffy has his fight.
Luffy's always gonna fight the main guy.
I know. It's shown it, right? I get it.
Actually, there's one arc that doesn't end like that. One.
Oh, okay. That's
one. That doesn't end like that. One of them.
Yeah.
Okay. That one would probably be interesting to watch. I'm not saying that I dislike the story. I'm still loving the story, but it's just some of those nuances that like I've come to understand and just kind of expect. So as crazy and as out there and as different as Oda will always continue to deliver this story to me, I'm just used to the fact that it always ends with Luffy's fight, and then that's the end of the thing. And like everybody has to go through their fight, and everybody has to go through their bullshit before we get Luffy's. And then Luffy's the cherry on top of the sundae, and then we move on to wherever the story is going.
Would you want it any other way?
I would want to see a situation where maybe freaking Luffy has like some big ass fight that ends right away, and then everybody else is still like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do?
That wouldn't
everybody
work.
else because usually they're fighting a force that's larger than life. There's usually other people that have their own agendas or their own sense of justice or their own motives to whatever the fuck is going on and why they're following whoever the main threat might be. So if you have a situation where you eliminate something or you take someone out too early, obviously there's going to be negative emotions or negative feelings or some type of controversy or some type of retaliation to whatever the Straw Hats do by whatever force they're opposing, whether it be the government or another group of pirates or whatever the hell is going on. There's always going to be somebody else in that group that's just like, well, you ain't doing that to me. So there's always going to be some other conflict there or somebody that feels like they need to step up in a particular situation. There could be different story there. It could be something where like we don't get a story with Luffy in it at all.
To be honest, John, from here on out, I think you're gonna change your mind because I don't think that shit happens all the way up to past the halftime of the show that Luffy fights at the end.
Well,
from here on out, it doesn't happen.
Well, there's only one more arc that he has before the time skip arc.
No. What are you talking about?
If I'm in the beginning of the 300s, how far?
No. The halftime is about the 500 episode, maybe more, maybe 5.
It's like 530 something. Oh, sorry, you have 2 more arcs. My apologies. You have 2 more arcs. Yes, 2.
2.
Yes, 2. 2 more arcs before the time skip.
Early 500s.
Yeah. It's like so. You had 2 more arcs before the time skip. But I just want to I want to go back to what you said about Nami real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why, because I feel like we see Nami as like she acts like she's the weakest, which she is technically because everyone else has like a devil fruit or is fucking Sanji and fucking Zoro. So yeah, she's technically the weakest, but we forget that Nami was like in a whole pirate crew before she was with Luffy and them. She was with Arlong and them, and she was fighting niggas when she was with Arlong. So we have been told. Or so let me not say told, but so I think, like, that's my little conspiracy there. So I feel like while yes, she may be weak, she's very, very smart. So she's very tactically, like I'm sure she knows what parts of her body that she can take a hit and still be able to move, So she's smarter than the average cat, and she's a cat burglar. So that's just my 2 cents there.
This nigga had to throw a pun in there, bro.
So I've been watching One Piece so far on Hulu, but
you're almost at the end
because of what's going on. One Piece is leaving Hulu.
Yeah,
it's expiring in a few days. So now I have no choice. Now I have no choice but to pay for Crunchyroll.
Honestly, with everything they did with the Funimation acquisition, it's worth it. And they have a dub.
Yo, I'll send you my logins, bro. You don't have to pay for that shit. I already paid for that shit. Why the fuck are you paying for that shit again?
He said he's gonna send you the login
because that's yours.
I wish Crunchyroll, and this is not just to like kind of like talk about something else, a little tangent, but I wish Crunchyroll does what like Hulu does, and these anime apps need to get on that shit too, where they'll give niggas profiles. Like I want my own profile, and because I don't pay for Crunchyroll either. I use my cousin's, and I want my own profile, so I'm not watching the shit that he has already watched or is watching and fucking up his shit. But that's just something I'm throwing out there. Back to One Piece.
Word. Well, I don't know. We'll talk about that. But yeah. So now I have to make moves and figure that out because the way I watch One Piece is about to change.
Damn, man.
So,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know the run. A lot of things
like
are leaving Hulu by the end of this year, early next year. So
You know what that means? Everybody leave Hulu. Fuck that shit.
nah, bro. Hulu was, man. I've been with Hulu for a minute. Like that was
Yeah,
the only
same.
streaming service that I've had that I could watch. Literally, I can go from watching a serious ass show like fucking Snowfall to watching a comedy like fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine to watching anime. Like I literally could watch everything on Hulu, and you know it's the end of an era. But
Yeah, it kind of sucks that the anime stuff is going to dwindle down a lot because that's what I preoccupied most of my Hulu time with was anime. But it is what it is. That's basically how I felt about the last couple of episodes that I've seen. I just feel like the episodes are dragging a little bit. I've liked some of the actions. I like the outcome of the fights. Sanji had his little flaming foot going on.
Diablo Jumbe.
So that was.
that was the first time you seen that, right?
Yeah, that's the first time that he's done that.
Shit.
So that was pretty cool.
You're gonna like this next fight, bro. This next fight is really gonna be. You're gonna really enjoy it.
I thought the Zoro taking on that like demon face thing that he did.
Ashura.
He was.
That's the first time you see that too.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting, and that was
then when he does the 9 sword style.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was hard too. But no, Luffy's fight kind of goes crazy, bro. Me personally.
Which is dope. I know he's gonna use his third gear and he's gonna do his jumbo fucking here you go, you piece of shit. So I just want to see the end of this arc already, to be honest with you. I just feel like I've spent so much time.
The end of the arc is really good too.
In Ennis Lobby.
You're at the end.
Ready to move on.
Yeah.
You'll see why though. Like, bro, it's gonna even at the end it's gonna pay off. Watch.
No, I know.
I think you feel like that because I feel like you think like that. You're thinking like that because by now, like you said you were dealing with what you were dealing with at home for the past week. Plus last week you were on vacation, so like you haven't. By now you should have already finished this arc and been on to the next part of the story. So that's why you probably feel like how you're feeling because you're like, bro, this arc is almost not as long, but it's like so drawn out. Plus, this is when I feel like One Piece kind of starts its pacing bullshit because, again, like you mentioned before, where they'll give you the recap of, first of all, the theme song is like 3 minutes long. Then the recap is another like 5 minutes. So that's like 7 to 8 to almost 10 minutes of just trying to get to the start of the anime, the title card. So you're just like, bro, I literally watched this at the last episode. Now I'm rewatching it at the beginning of the next episode just to go on and only have maybe 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes of actual shit that's going on. Mm-hmm. And again, at this time, the pace is not great. So that 15 minutes, not a lot of shit is happening, even though this is when they were doing 2 chapters an episode. So it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I feel you.
Damn, that's OD. If that's how it was, like, then the manga readers must be fucking warriors by now. Bro. Hardened warriors at this point.
That's just how it is with One Piece, especially around that time.
I'm just like, all right, ready. Yeah, you're right. It is because I should have already been done with this particular part of the anime, but
you've been busy.
Yeah, been pretty busy. But I like this story in general because I appreciate now knowing Robin's like history and now her having a reason to be a Straw Hat. And and stuff like that. So I know the payoff is gonna be dope.
I felt the same way when I seen this part. I'm like, why is this bitch in our ship, bro? Like I was out here hating. Like, why are you in our ship? You try to kill us, nigga. Like, what the fuck you doing? Like, what?
She was the one that gave them the first log pose, right? When they were
yeah. But still, I wasn't with it.
Yeah, she was like,
I was like,
do what you gotta do.
I was like,
I'll
hey,
be seeing you.
You in my shit. What
Nah,
you
I
doing?
dead ass thought Vivi was gonna join after fucking Alabaster, and to have her just stay.
Everybody thought that.
I was just like, damn, what the fuck, you dumb.
And then we get
Anyway.
Robin. I'm like, who the fuck, Robin?
Nah, but shout out to her because she going crazy, or she was going crazy.
Yeah.
She been going
Yeah,
crazy.
I
for
know.
sure.
No, she my nigga now. Like I
She
fuck with
gave
her now.
homie the 6-hand slap cannon, bro. She was just, he was dying for like a good 10 minutes, just smacking the face with 6 hands over and over again.
Robin, let's talk about Robin's double fruit. That shit's OP as hell, dog. Low key, that shit is
bro.
OP.
It's
like,
one of the most useful,
bro.
It's one of the most useful
devil fruit powers.
Devil fruit powers, yeah, bro. She can literally create limbs on any surface.
Yeah,
that's
I've seen
gangster than a motherfucker. Imagine,
crazy, bro.
Let's think about like Zoro having that shit, or Sanji. Like he'll kick your head off from your shoulder, like dead ass.
And that should be on fire. That should be on fire.
Diablo jumping your head off your head. Like, come on, son.
All right, guys.
She'd be like, clutch. She'd be like, clutch.
Just snap your neck, keep it moving. I think that's all the time that we have for this episode. That gets us through another very tiny chunk of One Piece. Tough piece, you know. It gets us. It gets us through.
This is
rough piece is what I'm dealing with right now. We're gonna continue getting through tough piece.
This is One Piece without a shape up. That's what this nigga doing right now. That ass.
One Piece without a shape up. I hate you. But if you have made it all the way to the end of the podcast, we love and appreciate you guys very, very much. Don't forget to follow the Paradise channel everywhere on YouTube, on all of our social media platforms. Everybody here individually on our social media platforms, we out there. There is content coming at you guys. Be on the lookout for that. There's a Patreon if you guys want to support our Patreon page and get access to some exclusive Patreon content. And if you're listening to us on Anchor, you could donate to us in any monetary value, and we greatly appreciate that as well. So let us know how you guys felt about the episode down in the comments below. Tell us what you think about Attack on Titan coming back for another final conclusion episode, epilogue, whatever the hell, part 5 to be continued. Again, prequel series next. And then, you know,
don't give him ideas.
And yeah, you know, prequel series. We'll do a whole bunch of stuff. King Fritz, we'll do his story. And
hey,
and then let us know what you guys think about E3, and if that's even worth exploring anymore. And that's it. and maybe we'll argue about it down in the comments.
For sure.
And I'll holler at you guys. We out of here. Peace.
Shit.